listening to Two Gingerz, broadcasting on 101.5 FM, WHRULP Huntley, and streaming on huntleyradio.com. Now here are your hosts, Sir William and the Duchess.
Hi, this is Elaine from O'Connor Electric in Huntley, Illinois.
And this is Ray from O'Connor Electric. You know, Elaine, whenever we go to community events, I often see Sir William there and the Duchess, or the Two Gingers, as you may call them now. They do so much for the community. They're there, they're supportive, they're always positive people. I just want to reach out to them and say thank you so much for what you make this community a better place, a warmer place, a more personal place, Elaine. You know, when I turn on the radio in the morning and I hear them talking, it just gives me a little birdhouse in my soul. You know, it does. A little light bulb goes on in me, and it just makes me smile.
I like to see that smile, Ray.
Oh, that's nice, Elaine. Oh, all you out there, please have a blessed day.
Well, isn't that just the best way to start our Monday?
Yeah, those guys are awesome. And good day. My name is Sir William, and I'm here with the lovely, the talented, and she's smiling, the Duchess.
Hey, Sir William.
Hey, Smiley.
Welcome.
How you doing?
Okay, before we get started,
Yes.
I see that you stopped over at the DD on the way over,
I did.
and you have a chance to win.
Oh, boy.
So, if you don't know what I'm talking about, they have a contest. Remember when McDonald's used to do that
Right.
Monopoly
The Monopoly
game?
game, yeah.
I
Yeah.
think they still do it, don't they?
I don't know.
Okay, well, this one says sip, peel, win. And this one says you have not yet won.
All right.
Wah, wah, wah.
That was so exciting.
I know, it's so anticlimactic.
You know what's really funny? I didn't even see it on the side of my cup.
Well, I figure, but you know, I'm a sucker for those things. I just always want to.
Have you won yet?
No, I mean,
Do you know what you win?
no, this was the first time I've seen this.
Oh,
This must
okay.
be brand new. It says that the game ends in October.
Okay.
And it's only while supplies last.
Okay.
But this is why I'm interested to find out more. It is not hosted, sponsored by JetBlue Vacations.
Oh, so you're hoping to win a big vacation.
Yeah. Oh, here it says in the fine print, to win a JetBlue vacation package, you must also collect the piece marked with a luggage tag. Oh, excuse me, a luggage.
Okay.
Interesting. Well, I know who's going to start drinking a lot more coffee now.
I guess so. Little JetBlue vacation. Fun,
All right.
fun.
We got a lot to talk about today,
You
and
know-
it's a special show.
It is actually. This is a tough one with school
Yeah.
starting. We've talked about it before, but as far as I'm concerned, you can't talk about this enough because this is such a huge topic in schools today, and we're gonna break it down for people.
I'm not going to lie, I'm having wicked deja vu.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really am. But it is. It's a topic of conversation that can never be talked about enough. And what we are discussing today is how to be kind to one another, aka anti-bullying.
That's right. And there's so many different forms of bullying. There's the direct bullying that occurs in the presence of a targeted youth that happens all the time. And then there's indirect that is not directly communicated with, with a kid. It's like spreading rumors, that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Right.
Both bad.
Oh,
Both not good.
they are?
Yeah, they are.
Oh, okay. You know, back when you and I were in school, things were a little bit different because there weren't all these outside factors, right? Everything wasn't documented and everybody didn't know everybody's business. The only way that you did was hear it through the grapevine, which was bad in and of itself because then people got their own opinions about certain people and
Right.
it just took one girl to not like your outfit and then by the end of school you're crying because everybody's making fun of you behind your back.
Yeah.
I wish that's as far as it went
I
today.
wish we could turn back the clock.
I really do.
Yeah. Yeah, because the electronic or cyber bullying, that's really become one of, if not the most prevalent parts of this conversation.
Absolutely.
And I'm here to tell you, and this is a message that goes out to all parents, and if any students are listening, but if parents are listening, you should clearly share this with your children, is anything that is in writing, be it on Facebook, Snapchat, through the Xbox, like anything that is in writing can be retrieved.
Correct.
And it's become easier and easier and easier for both the school systems and the police departments to retrieve that information. Mm-hmm. And they do, and they go after people who start things hard.
Right.
They're taking a really hard stand, and actually almost to the point where I think they want to let people know we're not going to deal with this.
Right.
We're not going to have this permeate throughout our school system.
Yeah.
So you really need to take this seriously. It's not getting easier for kids to do this. It's going to become harder, and there's more trouble attached to it.
Let me share a personal story, if you will.
Oh, I love
There was a post going around us parents on Facebook, and it shows a mom that went through this exercise with her child and gave the child a plate and a bottle of toothpaste, and said, I want you to squeeze out all of this toothpaste onto the plate. And they did. Now try to get it back in. Of course, you can't, right? And she said, the toothpaste represents all of your words that you've used. So I thought this was a fantastic visual, right? So I did this with little mama. I took it the next step further and took a picture of said toothpaste, because she's a smart one, so she's getting out the toothpick and she's trying to scoot some back in. And let's be honest, you can apologize for your words,
Sure.
but there's always documentation. You can always go back. So even though your friend says that it's okay, or you think that you deleted that snap, the text, the email, it doesn't matter, because people can screenshot. The police can go back and pull it. Your cell phone provider can pull that information.
That's right.
So you do have to be very careful with your words. When I was, during one of my careers as a sales representative, they often said, you need to speak in the manner that your words will be on the front page of tomorrow's newspaper.
Wow.
Wouldn't you watch your words?
Of course you would.
So much more. Yeah. Now, we started talking about the different types of bullying. Let's just break this down so that we can really dive into it. So you mentioned direct, which is when it occurs in the presence of another
Somebody
person.
who's targeted.
Right.
Yeah.
Indirect is not directly communicated to the targeted person, but spreading rumors behind their back or in front of their back. In addition to these two modes, there are 4 types of bullying, which are broad categories: physical, verbal, relational, and damage to property.
And all equally bad. All equally bad.
I mean, I don't know which one is
Right.
worse than the other. They're all equally horrible.
The one thing that is really jumping out to me is that if you're doing it in writing in the form of, let's say, a snap, it all of a sudden it becomes, it's not he said versus she said anymore. It's there. It's proof.
Right.
Like back in the day when we didn't have
Yeah.
the Snapchat,
Right.
it was harder for a person
Completely.
to look somebody in the eye and bully them.
Yeah.
because you have to do it face to face.
Right.
Here you don't. And most of it's not. Most of it is through the cyber stuff. But there's also still physical stuff. It's hard to believe in 2018 we still have people, being punks in school, pushing people around,
right.
That kind of thing. I mean, just be nice to each other. It's tough to be a student. I mean, especially once you get into like the middle school ages, there's a lot of stuff going on. The hormones and the boys and girls and like all this stuff. And they go from, like a typical classroom to pods and lockers. And it's a lot for a child. But hopefully, as parents, we're doing a good enough job at home trying to get them to just be nice, be kind to people.
Right.
Or walk away from a situation that you feel is uncomfortable for you. Don't engage.
You bring up a good point, and you know how I like to reference one of my favorite shows of all time, Seinfeld. Do you remember in the grand finale of the 9 years of Seinfeld? And they're standing on the street, and they're watching someone get mugged. And they do nothing. And they ultimately get arrested for this and go to jail because they've done nothing. I'm not saying stand in front of the fist that's coming at this person. But if you know of someone that's getting picked on, that's getting harassed in any manner, even if, let's say, but that's not my friend. It's another human being. Right. And if you wouldn't want it to happen to you and you are aware of it.
And you know it's wrong.
You're part of the problem if you don't speak up. Because sometimes students, people in general, they're too scared for whatever reason to come forward and to stand up and say, this person's really ruining me and really being mean to me, or for whatever reason. Not doing something is just as bad as
absolutely
being the one doing it.
I want to clarify, when I said walk away, I meant
I know.
You and I were engaged in some kind of, you started like harassing me, like walking away is a strategy to do that. But yes, absolutely, if you witness something, you have to tell people, because people now are taking it uber seriously. No pun intended.
Seriously, Sir William, there is another video that was going viral, and it's this wonderful speaker. I think that you and I need to post this for our listeners. But he talks about the best way to not engage with your bully, right? And he ultimately says, like, you call me a name.
You throw like a girl.
You're right, I do throw like a girl.
Well, I am a girl.
Right, like then you have no place to go.
Right.
But he goes through, and he's so eloquent, and I'm not giving him justice at all. But we're going to find this and post it on our Facebook page so that you can watch this. This is such an important conversation to be having. And can I say something that might be a little controversial, Sir William?
Do it.
You can't leave it up just to the school.
No, you cannot.
This has to be a conversation that's happening in your home.
That's right. Because once the kids get off the bus, it's on you.
It is. It absolutely is.
That is actually technically the legal thing.
Right.
They can't do anything about, like, Xbox to Xbox that happens at night.
Right.
That's not under their guidance.
Jurisdiction, if you will.
Let's talk about some of the statistics.
Please.
Because they are stunning.
Tell me.
28% of students grades 6 to 12 have experienced bullying. And 20% of students in grades 9 to 12. That's 1 in 5. 1 in 4, 1 in 5. That's sad.
Right.
That's sad. You think about, like, your little one, going to the corner on the bus and maybe being with 3 other girls. One of them is going to be bullied.
Right.
Which is
awful.
1 is too many, but that number's crazy.
Well, approximately 30% of young people admit to bullying others in surveys. 30%.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
This goes back to what you were talking about. How about the 70.6% of young people say they've seen bullying in their schools, and 70.4% of school staff have seen bullying. 62 witnessed bullying 2 or more times in the last month, and 41% witnessing bullying once a week or more. It's crazy.
When bystanders intervene, bullying stops within 10 seconds.
So you can see how powerful that is.
Absolutely.
Just jumping in on that.
Yeah.
All right, we talked about the cyberbullying. 9% of students grades 6 to 12 experience that. 15% of high school students were electronically bullied last year. However, and this is sad, 55.2% of LGBTQ students experience cyberbullying. 50%.
In this day and age, I mean, I know you're getting very confusing messages when you're watching the news and you're watching what's happening around the world, and especially here in our home. Be part of the solution. Don't be part of the problem. Stick up for your friends. Stick up for the people who you know are being attacked. And together, we've said this before on different scenarios, I think that it's the millennials that are going to put a stop to this craziness.
I hope so. I hope so.
How often bullied? In a large study, about 49% of children in grades 4 to 12 reported being bullied by other students at last year at least once during the past month, whereas 30% reported bullying others during that time. That's half of the kids that are going to school are dealing with some kind of bullying. It's terrible.
It absolutely is. And according to one large study, here are some of the different types of bullying. 44.2% have engaged in name calling, 43.3% in teasing, 36.3% spreading rumors or lies, 32% pushing or shoving, 29% hitting, slapping, or kicking, 28.5% leaving out kids. That's bullying.
Yeah.
27.4% threatening, 27.3% stealing, 23% sexual comments or gestures. These are middle school kids. Mm-hmm. And finally, email or blogging, 9.9%.
It just breaks my heart, Sir William, so much. Like you said, the kids today are dealing with so much already. We are expecting them to learn more, do more, be involved more. They have so much more responsibility than we did at their age. And as parents, we expect it because that's the sign of our time right now. But with that comes a lot of pressure. So if we can't come together as a community and help one another and pick up the slack where others are needed, we're going to run into these numbers getting even higher. And this is already disgusting, how high they are currently.
Just one more number I want to share.
Yeah.
And if you don't remember anything from this show, this is one to hopefully really hammer home. Only about 20 to 30% of students who are bullied notify adults about bullying. And that's really on parents. You have to teach your kids, if you're either being bullied or you're witnessing somebody being bullied, you have to bring that forward. It's not
right.
I'm telling a narc, a tattletale,
right.
whatever. You have to bring that forward to an adult. And we have to have confidence both in teachers and neighbors and parents of our kids' friends and stuff like that, that those adults are going to know well enough to put an end to it.
Absolutely. Yes. And one of the things that I know here at District 158, there is a phone number that the kids can text if they're feeling that they are being attacked in any manner.
And it's anonymous.
It's
so that's
anonymous.
good. Right.
So if you're afraid that your bully is going to come after you, you can go on anonymously to this number. You can either call or text, and we're going to post that as well for you. So you don't have to feel bad about telling.
Right.
You have to tell.
Right.
We have to start standing up for one another and yourself and be strong with these bullies. Just like the guy who's saying, oh, yeah, I do throw like a girl.
Right.
You have to be able to stand up for yourself. And I know that sometimes it's just not easy, but if we could teach our young people to have a voice.
It would be really nice over the next few years not to have to talk about this anymore.
I know.
It really would be.
I know.
But it's going to take, truly takes a village
It does. It absolutely
get everybody
does.
on the same page to elevate this to as important as it is. And again, it's really all about talking to your kids, breaking things down with your kids, letting your kids know something as simple as leaving little Johnny out of a kickball game can be considered bullying.
Right.
And by the way, you can, depending on the severity of the bullying, you can really pay a huge price for that.
Correct.
No, people aren't like messing around anymore. So,
well, one place that you will not encounter this bullying is when you talk back with us on social media.
you will not.
This is an extremely important scenario that we have talked about today, and I would love to hear from you and tell us how things are going in your home, or if you have another aha moment like the toothpaste scenario on the plate. You know, if you have an exercise or something that you've done in your home, share your stories with us. And Sir William, I think you can let them know how to find us, but that's all the time we have. So we're going to have to say bye-bye.
Adios.
Call me an idiot.
You're an idiot.
What'd you say?
You're an idiot.
You're an idiot.
You're ugly.
That hurts my feelings.
Yeah, like I care.
I'm gonna get you in trouble.
Sure, short stuff.
I'm taller than you. Shut up. You call me an idiot one more time and I will windmill kick your face.
Like I care. Like you could do anything in those clothes.
These clothes are freaking awesome, okay?
Sure, plaid and sweater vest.
Oh, you have eyes. You can see. Stop being mean.
I hate your face.
Stop being mean.
I hate blonde people.
All right, give her a big hand clap. She did great. All right, now hold on. Good job. All right. I tried to stop you. I couldn't. You did a great job. We're going to play one last time. Same rules. You can call me an idiot. I'm going to try to stop you. Don't let me stop you, okay? You keep being mean to me. You think I can stop her? No. All right, I'll try. Here we go. On the count of three, everyone say action. 1, 2, 3. Go ahead and call me an idiot.
You're an idiot.
Oh, you think I'm an idiot?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes I do stupid things. That's true.
Yeah, you do. You always do stupid things.
I know. You're so smart. You're so lucky.
Yes, I am.
You're awesome.
Thank you. And you're not.
I know. We established that. Cool. Look, my happiness is not based on whether you think I'm cool or not. I'm going to be happy even if you hate my guts.
Okay.
And I'll always be nice to you, sweetheart.
Okay. No.
Isn't she lovely?
Thank you.
You're welcome. I won. Give me a big hand clap. That was awesome.
Sociologists have been studying bullying for decades. They just don't call it bullying. They've always called it dominance behavior, that it's other people trying to overpower others. And it's just like the animal kingdom, you know, the alpha male mentality. That's what's happening on campus. And so when we understand it in terms of dominance behavior, people trying to have power over another, that helps us understand what to do about bullying when we really understand what it is.
All the bullying experts agree on one thing. that bullying is an imbalance of power, that someone's trying to have power over you. They want to see you lose, and they want to win. You see, the experts say it's an imbalance of power. Let me put it this way. Let's say a bully says they hate your guts. I hate your guts. If you respond out of anger, shut up! The bully loves that. Never. I hate you. Don't care. You're hurting my feelings. That's the point, stupid. You see, the more upset you get, the more angry you get, the more fun they have. But what would happen if we were resilient? Everybody say resilient. What if we were emotionally strong? Everybody say strong. What if we were mentally tough? Everybody say tough. Then no matter what the hater says, you wouldn't care. I hate your guts. That's nice. You smell like body odor. You're nasty. Thanks for the information. Your face is ugly. You have a face of an angel, sweet cheeks. Okay, maybe that was too far. But how awesome would it be if you, the victim of relentless teasing and taunting or bullying, decided to not get upset, to have tough skin, to allow the hateful, mean words of others bounce right off you and not care what the other person says? If you explain to students that bullying is nothing more than a game about winning and losing, and that the way that they can win is by not getting upset, and the bully will lose. And when people lose, they don't like playing the game, so they'll leave you alone. When you explain that to a student, it's simple, it's concrete. It's not abstract, it's not ethereal, it's not complex. It's simple. Don't get upset no matter what they say. I'm not saying it's easy, but in logic, it's very simple. Now, it's important to know this. When I say bullying, I'm only talking about when someone's hurting your feelings. If you can understand bullying in terms of someone hurting your feelings, then the solution is very simple. But some people think bullying is more complex than hurting your feelings. They think bullying is like violence. Let me make it very clear. When I say bullying, I'm not talking about when someone punches your face. I actually believe that, you should get upset if someone punches your face. That's not bullying. That's called assault and battery, okay? Don't just stand there. It's all good. No, dude. If someone straight up punches your face, get upset. Why? Because that's a crime. That's not bullying. It's a crime. And crime should be punished. And if you ever feel like your life is in danger, you should be protected. You should reach out for help.
Two Gingerz is written, hosted, and produced by Sir William and the Duchess. Special thanks to Huntley Community Radio Executive Director Jim Eggers. The show is broadcast Monday through Friday at 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. on 101.5 FM and HuntleyRadio.com. Podcasts are available at 2Gingerz.com. That's Gingerz with a Z.